1 year, one market cycle, total destruction. Let's begin with a number. $1,222,512,000, more than $1.2 billion. This is the story of how financial markets punish emotion, reward timing, and show no mercy to blind belief. In January 2025, global attention was firmly fixed on the upcoming presidential inauguration of Donald Trump. The political atmosphere was charged, emotions were high, and social media was flooded with excitement. This environment created perfect conditions for speculation. There was no meaningful business model, no sustainable revenue stream, and no long-term utility supporting its price. Yet none of this mattered to the crowd. As soon as the coin launched, prices began to rise. At first, the increase seemed modest, $5, then $10. Each upward move attracted more buyers, many of whom did not want to miss what they believed was a historic opportunity. At that moment, rational thinking disappeared entirely. The belief took hold that this coin could rival Bitcoin itself, not because of technology or adoption, but because of the name attached to it. This is where finance turns into behavioral psychology. Most people who bought near the top did not behave like investors. They did not evaluate risk, analyze token economics, or assess long-term demand. Instead, they acted on emotion. They believed that association with power guaranteed profit. Some invested their savings, others borrowed money, and many went all in because they trusted the symbol more than the structure behind it. This mistake is not new. Financial history is filled with examples where loyalty replaces logic, and every time the result is the same. Fast forward to the present. The same dollar Trump coin that once traded at $75 now trades at approximately $4.86. That represents a 94% loss in value. In financial terms, this is not a normal correction or short-term volatility. It is capital destruction. $100,000 invested at the peak is now worth only a few thousand. For many retail investors, this effectively erased years of savings. The story did not end there. Another meme coin linked to Melania Trump entered the market, launching at $13.73. Today, that coin trades at roughly 15 cents, a collapse of 99%. According to financial reporting and estimates, the Trump family and related insiders earned more than $1 billion from crypto-related ventures. From just these two meme coins alone, approximately $427 million were extracted. This process is known in finance as wealth transfer. Money moved from late retail participants, those who bought during peak hype, to early insiders who entered cheaply and exited early. This mechanism is not unique to this case. It is a defining feature of speculative bubbles. Reports from institutions such as Financial Times made it clear that these meme coins had no fundamental value. There was no underlying business, no sustainable utility, and no reason for long-term price appreciation beyond speculation. Their valuation was entirely dependent on attention. In financial markets, hype behaves like fuel. It burns quickly, shines brightly, and then disappears. Once attention fades, prices collapse. This is why professional investors always focus on fundamentals. They ask, what creates value over time? If there is no answer, the asset is not an investment, it is a gamble. The mathematics behind such schemes are simple and unforgiving. In most meme coin launches, early participants acquire tokens at negligible cost. As hype builds, new buyers enter at higher prices, believing they are still early. Early holders then sell into this rising demand, locking in profits. This creates the illusion of growth, but mathematically, it is impossible for everyone to win. For every dollar gained by insiders, a dollar must be lost by someone else. This is not conspiracy or manipulation by default. Late buyers fund early exits. Retail investors tend to lose in these cycles for three consistent reasons. First, they make emotional decisions, buying because others are buying rather than because the asset makes sense. Second, they lack understanding of how the asset works, including supply dynamics, incentives, and exit liquidity. Third, they place blind trust in names, identities, and narratives instead of fundamentals. Scammers and promoters understand these weaknesses perfectly. They do not sell products, they sell hope. They do not promise logic, they promise belonging and urgency. By the time reality becomes clear, the opportunity to exit has already passed. It is important to understand that this story is not unique to one individual or one family. The same pattern has repeated countless times with celebrities, influencers, political figures, and self-proclaimed financial gurus. A recognizable identity is used to attract attention. Urgency is created through price movement and social pressure. Emotion overrides logic. Early participants exit, and late participants absorb the losses. The market does not reward faith or loyalty. It rewards understanding, discipline, and timing. What makes this situation even more concerning is that reports suggest another crypto token. Launch is planned by Trump Media Group on February 2nd. This highlights the most dangerous aspect of speculative cycles. They rely on fresh participants. Once old investors are wiped out, new ones are targeted. Each cycle depends on renewed hope, new narratives, and new buyers who believe they will avoid the mistakes of the past. History shows that they rarely do. The lessons from this story are not complicated, but they are uncomfortable. Never invest in something you do not understand. If the only reason to buy an asset is hype, walk away. If returns are framed as inevitable or guaranteed, they are not real. Markets operate on logic, not loyalty. And the most important rule is this: if you cannot recognize this scam in front of you, you are likely its intended victim. At the end of this story, some people sleep comfortably in luxury, while others stare at empty wallets, wondering what went wrong. The market did nothing extraordinary. It simply followed its rules. It transferred money from emotion to discipline, from ignorance to strategy. Markets are brutally honest. They do not care about belief, intention, or loyalty. They only care about structure and timing. You can ignore these lessons, or you can learn from them. But markets do not forgive mistakes. They repeat them.